You're still limping a little bit, eh? The old duck walk.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Esquimalt Sports Centre. I'm not too worried if we're a bit early and he's not ready yet, because he might want to show us his new shoes. I'm not sure if he's going to be wearing them. I would imagine he would wear his new shoes today. But when we leave, we're going to be running along this sidewalk. We won't have to cross any major roads. But Derek's very good at following the rules. He won't even, jaywalk.
Yeah.
Yep, he's really law-abiding. This is his turn-off. No, they share this unit. Derek, hi. Hello, are you Sarah?
I'm Sarah.
That's right, we met last week.
Yeah.
So these are your new shoes, Derek?
They're very light.
They look super light. This is my friend Alan. He's come all the way from Mississauga to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
I mean, we're going to try and remember the route that we ran last week.
Okay.
Do you think you can remember?
They have lots of cushion, right?
Oh yeah, look at all those lugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. They look a bit like Newtons to me.
Yeah, I thought they were kind of like the Nike Free too.
Yeah, like the Nike Free. Well, they're gone for about, how long do you think, 35 minutes?
2 hours.
Unless we get totally lost, we'll be back in about 30 minutes, all right?
Have a good run, everybody.
Thank you, we will.
Okay.
We'll remember that hill. So how do they feel at the moment? Do they feel quite comfortable?
Yeah. It's like a sock. You don't have to tie them. It's like
elasticated laces.
Yeah. So it fits like a sock.
They're like slip-ons.
Yeah. I don't think a shoe's ever had a slip-on before, have they?
Yeah, they've had that kind of shoe before. I think I'll take the auto pause off. That's it. All right, well, let's go. I think in order of speediness, I might just be a little bit faster than Alan on the longer stuff. I could be wrong, because I've been training for the longer stuff. Well, it's hard to tell. We've taken 12 steps. It's all to do with cadence, isn't it, Derek?
On the cloud, I'm not too sure if these shoes are called on the cloud.
They're called on the cloud?
Yeah. And you sink right through them. Clouds, you sink right through. I'm not too sure if Saucony and on the clouds are friends.
I think so.
Well, I don't know yet. Because I can't really hear the cadence with these shoes.
Too much traffic noise.
Well, that's why these shoes are so quiet.
Oh.
It's like, even when I stop hard, I can't even hear.
They like their whisperers.
Yeah.
They're shoe whisperers. I know my friend Norman, he has a pair of Hokers.
Oh, really? I saw those.
Yeah.
I looked at them.
And I knew, even before he told me, that he was wearing a Hoka's, because when he was recording his show, it used to sound like mine. You know, you could hear the shoe. But when he started recording with Hoka's, I couldn't hear his feet. They were silent, stealth mode.
They're actually tied with these shoes for number one.
For number one, for what? Stealth?
In the world.
For stealth or for lightness? Or comfort?
Cushion and lightness at the same time. Okay. Not just lightness, but cushioning.
Cushioning as well.
These are 5.9 ounces. The Hoka's are 6.1.
So there's not much difference.
Hoka's they were too expensive for me to buy. They're $179.99.
What?
Yeah. These were $139.99.
Where did you buy them?
What?
Where did you buy them?
I thought you would know right away.
Front Runners?
Yeah.
Okay. Which store?
The downtown one.
The Yates, on Yates Street.
Very friendly.
Very friendly, yeah.
I'm struggling. I won't go back to that Shelburne one.
No?
No.
Well, it's unfortunate because that's the one that's closest to where I live. Did you take the bus or did you...
I took the bus.
Yeah.
At first, I had to cancel that run.
Yeah, well, that's just as well because Mavis went into hospital that morning.
These shoes were sold out. So I was like, I'll cancel the run. Because I don't want to run there and they're sold out.
Did you get my last email? When I said we might be early?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Yes. No. We won't have to put up with the traffic noise for too long, Derek.
It's you that don't like the traffic noise.
It's my Sony. She doesn't like the traffic noise. Hello. Thank you. Did you hear about the fires in Alberta?
Fort McMurray?
Yep. That's where the oil sands are.
What if the oil rigs catch on fire? That's like almost half an atom bomb.
Yeah. But I think it's mainly just scrubland that's burning. It's not the oil producing areas that are burning.
The oil rigs?
No.
They don't have a reactor in them?
No. They're not even oil rigs, Derek. They're oil sands. Tar sands, they call them. They flush the tar out of the sand and then they refine it afterwards. And they're left with all this dirty sand. That's the problem. There's too much. It's too expensive to get the oil out of the sand. So when the price of oil goes down, they have to lay off a lot of workers. We drove along this way today. Yeah, Alan's driving Norma's car. Yeah.
Oh, did you prove it? Yeah. Oh, how do you like that, huh? I just got it back.
Drive it back to Toronto.
It's actually one of my dream cars. Oh, yeah? I love it so much. It's completely different from everything else on the road. Very unique.
You see the Coast Guard ships?
Oh yeah.
Naden.
How many people on that base, do you know?
Oh, I don't know. Most of them would be on the ships, I believe.
Yeah. They still need a...
They still have... They have housing for the families.
Dry dock there too, right?
Yeah. I think they call it the graving dock or something.
The graving dock?
Yeah. Yeah. But that looks suspiciously like military housing.
Yes, it does. From the 50s.
Yeah. Because, you know, their families have to live somewhere.
Yeah.
How you doing, Derek?
Good.
You're still not out of breath? Oh, we got some big hills coming up. We might walk them like we did last week.
Well, we only walked in a bit.
Well, it's just that Derek took a week off running to move here.
Yeah.
So he lost some of that fitness.
Don't take much.
And the older we get, the quicker we lose our fitness. If we're going too fast, Derek, you just have to say uncle. Uncle.
I'm not a Robbie.
You're not a Robbie. He's one of my other running friends.
What's uncle?
You always say uncle. That looks suspiciously like a young sailor's type jeep. It's a beautiful day though, eh?
Yes, it is.
Lucky there's a bit of a breeze. Because Derek does not like the heat. Do you, Derek?
He's not the only one.
I'm the little heat baby. I love the heat. In fact, the hotter it is, the better I do.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because the other people don't like it. They suffer more than I do.
I just find as I get older, the more problem I have with sometimes breathing.
You think it might be asthma?
That's something.
Or the pollen? Hang on. I think we outnumber them. Yeah. Yep, this is the way we drove. I'm just wondering if we turned down there last time. Did we cross the tracks? Can you remember, Derek?
I can't remember.
No, I think we've gone wrong already. We're just going to continue this way. Yeah. Just to this corner. Yep, this is the way.
Oh, yeah.
Lockley Road. Lockley. Luckily for us, yeah, we got the right one now. And we got away from the traffic finally.
Yeah, good. How do you do like that?
Yeah, well, I figured that we're making a loop, yeah.
You don't have to double back.
No. That was the only bit, that 50 meters, that was the only error so far that we did.
Only up by one.
Yeah, well, instead of it being 4.99, we're going to hit the 5 just before we get to Derek's place. Now, the reason I realized that we didn't go that way last week was because we would have had to cross the tracks,
And you don't remember that?
and I don't remember crossing them twice. We always stayed this side of the tracks.
The good side.
Yeah. Look at these little houses. Yeah, but these lots. Yeah, that's what it is.
First World War, Second World War.
After the Second World War.
It's close to the military base too, right?
Yep.
And now the real estate's gone haywire.
The real estate has gone through the roof. Excuse the pun. Yeah.
Dilapidated houses like that.
They sell for 500,000
Yeah.
for a shack.
Oh my goodness.
For a little.
They're going for 2 million.
Look at this one.
Oh, that's the property.
Yeah.
That's good that Christian Clark's trying to lower it.
It looks as if they're made for small people, doesn't it?
Well, people were small back then, right?
Yeah, they were smaller back then.
They weren't super sized. That's getting really ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Real weird.
Okay, so we have the 3 Amigo Run today. Alan from Toronto, Derek originally from Saskatchewan, and Carlos originally from London. The 3 Amigos. Oh, this is definitely correct. Because I remember a little bit further up, I decided that we should take a right. Because I scoped it all out on the map, just to measure the distance. And I tried to memorize the names of the streets. And it was more to do with, does this name sound familiar? No, so we don't turn here. Does this name sound familiar? No, well, we don't turn here. And when I saw a name that looked as if I might have read it before, Fraser, that's at the end. When we're coming back. We come back on Fraser. Look at this tiny house. They're like dolls' houses.
Selling for 500,000.
All right, this is where the hill starts, Hutchinson. Well, we don't go that way. But we probably could, but that wouldn't be the way that we came last time. Because I remember saying to Derek, you go past this boat. That's a nice little boat. And halfway up this hill, he said, Uncle. Not yet? At the top. Lady Canada. Thank you. How are the new shoes, Derek? You're very silent. So my race is coming up on Saturday. Derek, the 50K. Are you working? Oh. He works at Montana's restaurant on the dishes. He works the dish machine. They call it the dish pit. Uncle! What? He always says that. Whenever I say uncle, he says, what?
Uncle Carlos.
He's still running. Go for it, Derek. It's the new shoe syndrome.
Yeah.
Look at him go. That's a nice looking Mazda.
Yeah.
Nice colour. Sky blue. Mazda Miata soft top. I think it's a Miata.
That's me, yeah. It's like the...
He's even got a matching Elmo doll. You see?
Oh.
He had a little matching...
Probably a woman.
Maybe a woman.
I know I'm going for stereotypes here.
Well, blue is normally for guys, right?
Yeah, not that you're being a stereotype. It's
He's a monotype. It's not quite as bad as the stereotype.
it's a fact. Most women go for Miatas.
Yep, it's true. Rock Heights Avenue. This way, We've beaten the hill once again. Yeah, who would have thought that when we were on Admirals it would be in a nice little quiet neighbourhood like this.
Oh, it has to be somewhere.
Yep. Had to be somewhere. So today's show is going to be possibly a little shorter than usual, and it's going to come out a little earlier than usual. Tomorrow I'm running with Graham and his new dog. We're going to the lake. Would you want to come, Derek?
Is Alan coming?
What?
Is Alan coming?
How do you think I'm going to get there?
Okay, thank you.
He drives the car.
Yeah,
He's my official
how come too?
May chauffeur.
It'd be
The 4 Amigo Run.
where's the quad trio?
The quad trio. That doesn't make sense, Derek.
No.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Ah, we get some downhill. Finally. You see dead ahead, Alan, on the skyline?
Yeah.
You know what that is? Mount Baker.
Mount Baker.
Yeah.
So that's the States?
Yeah, it's the States. Right on.
American flag right on top.
That is snow covered all year round.
Yeah.
We'll see Mount Doug in a minute to the left.
Mount Doug High School?
No. That's probably Lamson High School.
Or Stormo.
We're going to be on Lamson pretty soon. Look over there, Alan, to the left. After they pass this house, you'll see Mount Doug. There.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So that's how far we are from.
Around.
Yep, we've basically done a big loopy drive around Mount Doug. And now we're doing a run. But it gives you the bearings. You see, Alan's pretty good at getting his bearings once he knows where Mount Doug is. I think my ice smooth run lady has gone to sleep. She's not giving us the messages.
You have to divorce her.
I think I should divorce her, yeah. She doesn't want to run smooth with me anymore. Too much. Well, maybe she knew that I have been dabbling in the Runkeeper lady. She probably doesn't like the Runkeeper lady. You've been talking to Irene again? She's no good. She doesn't know how to count. Cross over, Alan, to the other side. We're going to hang a right, so it's probably better to do it before the junction. Lamson Street. That'll take us all the way down. And now we go up first, yeah. Oh, that's right, we pass a street called Norma Drive or Norma Crescent or something. Just a little further up. This is the highest point, just where the bus is.
Sorry, Norma didn't find?
She went to Cuba.
No, I meant, sorry, Mavis.
Yeah, she's day to day, as they say. Hello.
Hello.
And another cyclist.
Yeah,
Hills are always hard.
they are.
Get the grinding gear.
Yeah. Sometimes they're easier to run than to ride.
Sometimes.
Especially if you have a heavy bike.
You don't have to worry about what gear is the right gear.
Yeah.
You automatically
Yep. Your legs choose
gear
the
down,
gear.
shorten your step, get up on your toes.
Hello. Hi. Derek? He's dropping back a bit. He's got a bit of a Homer Simpson. But this running is going to help him.
So, does he run by himself?
Nope. That's why I feel like it's almost my duty to run with him.
Yeah.
But if I can imprint this route,
Yeah, so he can do it.
he knows it's 5K. So he can say one day, you know what? I did it twice. This is probably a little more challenging than most road 5Ks. Some of them are hilly like this, but most of them, they choose flatter. Yeah. Especially because of the 5K being the rookie distance.
Go out hard, get hard.
Yeah.
And hang in until you die.
Yep. Alright, we're going to get the light soon. Okay, hang on. Getting warm?
Yeah.
Yeah. It should activate itself, these lights, because of the traffic. Yeah. Any second now. Okay. I might have the volume turned way down too low. That could be it. Mind you, sometimes it's just the traffic noise.
Still traffic lights up there.
No, but we might not have done a kilometre, but we might not have crossed a kilometre mark, you know?
Yeah, and that's second.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens just in the middle of the noisiest part, and then you think, oh shoot, it's not...
One of the rules.
Yeah, Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
But if you notice, Derek, Alan, even though he's taller than me, he has a shorter stride. Your turnover rate is higher than mine. But that's just different gaits. Whatever's efficient for you.
I came in running from cycling.
Uh-huh.
So
It might be more of a cyclist cadence.
yeah, because usually 90
90.
revolutions per minute, like an average. For a
Yeah.
cyclist.
I think my average is around 87. Yippee! Yeah, running. And you're probably bang on 90. I think the next street is Norma Terrace or something. Well, I'm glad we got to run today, Derek.
I was almost going to get the advanced clouds.
Oh, they have a better model?
They're 189.
Uh-oh.
And
Here we go, Norma Court. No, we keep straight. I just remember seeing the name.
And the guy, he wanted me to walk in them, and he said, those are the right ones. And I said, they feel great. And then I was like, oh, those are the 189s?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at the 139. and then
They don't feel that much better than the 139s.
yeah. Oh no, they actually felt more better in the 189s.
They did?
Yeah.
The ones that you bought felt better than the more expensive pair?
Yeah, he wanted me to get the most expensive.
Oh, well.
Because he thought I ran or walked better in them.
Okay, well, he probably is on commission. You see those mountains ahead? That's the Olympic Peninsula. Okay, we've got the lights, so keep going. Straight across, yeah?
These shoes are still #1 in the world.
For what? For comfort and cushioning
Yeah.
and lightness and price.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're trying to get in on the market, the Hoka market.
They says right on the shoe, Swiss engineering.
Swiss engineering. They're made out of watches. It's got a little dual action.
It's analog, not digital.
English Inn, 500 meters ahead. Ooh.
Well, when I went to St. Thomas in the United States, all there was jewelry stores.
In St. Thomas?
Yeah, I was starting to get a headache seeing all the jewelry stores.
Did you hear that podcast that when I was talking to Jenny?
Yeah, I heard it.
Good. I told him that when I was running on Sunday a few weeks ago, I bumped into his mum, his foster mum. How long were you with her for?
Since I was 7.
From 7 until when? Last year?
Yeah.
Till 29. That is a long time with the same family. Since Derek was with them.
It's actually 30 years.
30 years.
No, you're right. 29.
We do one more street and then we turn right. This is Lyle. I think we turn where that little minivan came out of.
It's basically my birth mom.
Yeah, basically. Not your biological mum. But she brought you up from short pants. From short pants back to short pants.
What?
From short pants to running pants.
Those hokas. I'm not too sure if they had the number 1 hokas because it would be too expensive to put on show. It's the hokas F2, F1.
Oh yeah. Well, the other thing is that in Canada we pay a lot more than they do in the States for the same shoe.
That's why they can't.
Even with the exchange rate.
Yeah. That's why some shoes they don't put up. So if I was going to buy those hokas, I would have canceled them anyways because they don't have the right ones.
Yep, this is correct. Because I remember last time I said Winchberry, and he said, Winchberry? I said, no. Winchberry. Yeah. Winchberry to the end. And that's Fraser. And then we go Fraser to Esquimalt, and then Esquimalt back to Derek's. And we're done.
They didn't even have the Salmon miles.
Solomon or Solomon? What do they call those shoes? Solomon, I think they're called.
And then there's a specific one called Solomon Miles.
Miles.
They didn't have them either.
But I believe Solomon's used to be. They used to make ski bindings. Yeah, you hope they don't make them as heavy as. Yeah. Solomon. Straight across. So today's show is going to be just this little run, and as I say, I'm going to put it out today. I know I normally put out a Wednesday and a Sunday show, but I will be recording my Sunday show on Wednesday. I mean, on Saturday. I'm getting a little jumbled up with the days and the number of sleeps. So far it looks like we're going to have 60 athletes competing in 40k walk, 50k run, 80k run, or 50 miles.
80K?
Yep.
Really?
And 100k. So there'll be people out there for close to 12 hours. That is the cutoff. If they don't start the last lap before 12 hours, they won't get a finishing time. They're welcome to run, but they won't make the cut. We have to draw the line somewhere. It used to be 11 hours, but I said to Bob, I said,
For the cutoff?
yeah. I said, that's pretty competitive speed for 100k, especially if you want to attract more women runners. A lot of them don't want to work that hard for 11 hours.
Why don't you go back and run it?
Well, I'm trying to simplify my life, Derek. I'm retired for a reason. I don't take stress very well.
It's like after you don't run it, they start changing time regulations.
Well, that's okay. They're welcome to do that. The world's not going to stop if I'm not.
It's a little unfair that they're doing that.
Well, it's not. I mean, if I wanted to change it, I'd have to start organizing it again, and I don't want to have to do that. I want to be a free agent.
But you gave them advice about it?
Oh yeah, they're still asking for my help. But
they didn't change.
They took out one event that I introduced. Do you remember that one I was telling you about?
Which one?
The First Timers.
Yeah.
First Timers Marathon.
It's like they're changing all your rules.
Well, they're simplifying it for them. And they're making it easier to manually time. Because, Alan, what used to happen is the First Timers Marathon people used to come in about the same time as the faster 50k people, which made it very confusing at the finish. When the 50k people wanted their finishing time and the First Timers people wanted their finishing time, somebody had to sort out which event they were in.
I guess all the numbers are the same.
Well, we used to segregate the numbers, and like say for 1 to 10 will be for the walkers, and from 15 to 30 would be the 50k, and from 60 to 70 would be the 50 milers, and anything triple digits will be the 100k. I mean, that would be quite easy to remember, but depending on the registration, you can't always guarantee those blocks of numbers.
Well, they changed the qualifying time.
Nope, there is no qualifying time. All they changed was all runners have to be completed by 12 hours, which regardless of what event. So theoretically, you could enter the 40k walk and take 11 hours or 12 hours to do it. You could probably crawl 40k in 12 hours, or run it backwards, or run it juggling, or walk it juggling. But I don't know what you think about all these wacky events. I'm not so keen on wacky events.
It's like running.
Look, loaf of bread. That looks pretty nice.
And a camouflage.
It looked the same color as the tree trunk. Maybe it was carved out of the tree stump to make it look like it.
Yeah, let me try and grab it.
They sometimes make birdhouses out of tree stumps. But I think somebody said, we're not paying municipal workers to play with the chainsaw and make birdhouses. We pay them to cut the tree down. Anyway. How are you doing for fluids?
Good.
How about you, Alan? Do you need a drink or anything? Alright. Because I was going to say we could come into your place, but...
Well, I'm going to stop here.
What?
I have to meet my job coach.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Here.
Hang on. So this is it?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's 4.5.
Probably more like 4.85.
We did that whole extra section.
We did that extra 50 meters, yeah. Do you think I should tell Sarah that you're stopping off here to see
she's gone now.
She's gone?
Yeah.
Alright, so wish me luck for Saturday.
Okay. I went to front runners.
And what about tomorrow with Graham? Do you want us to pick you up?
Sure.
Do you think we could do that?
Sure. Like it's
It's going to be 4 people and the dog in Graham's Honda
And the dog.
and his new dog.
Really?
Yeah, and we're going to run 6K at Elk Lake.
The dog's running too?
Yes, off leash.
We're going to use
We're
we're
going
going to take the car up to...
to pick up Derek and then we'll drive over to Graham's and then we'll go in his car. He's just worried about Marsh scratching up Norma's car because the dog might get excited.
I said to front runners, why don't you put Carlos on the standing where the rocks are?
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, he has to do a little bit more running. I'm like, what?
Who?
Oh, one of the guys with the gray eyebrows.
What are you talking about, Derek?
Well, I said to him, because you know how there's a rocks with shoes on them?
Yes.
Yeah, I said, how about, can Carlos go on those?
Oh, the Wall of Fame.
Yeah.
Derek wanted me to be included in the front runners Wall of Fame.
And then they said you have to do a little bit more running. What?
Well, they want me to do a little more racing before I get onto the Hall of Fame. They got people like Laurie Bowden and what's his name? All the famous runners from Victoria.
John Whittle on there?
John Woodall, I think, is on there, and Morris Tarrant, and Bruce Deacon. He's an Olympian. He's on there.
So one day you'll be on there?
No, I don't think so.
What?
No, I prefer to keep a low profile these days. Anyway, I'm famous enough already, Joe. You know that.
infamous.
I'm infamous. We're going to come round here tomorrow around 8:45. Is that too early for you?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be.
No, I said no. Yeah, I mean, no. I did it again.
Maybe it's 8:30 then.
Okay.
All right, 8:30 we'll pick you up. And then we have to drive all the way over to Graham's place.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you at 8:30 tomorrow.
Do more driving than running.
We will do more driving than running, but that can't be helped, really.
I know.
All right. Good run, Derek. Well done. So that was it. The Wednesday show is in the can.
What's he doing now?
He's going to see his job counselor now at the coffee shop.
Oh, at the coffee shop. Okay.
You got to remember he's 31 years old, but he behaves like he's like 19 or less. He is a good guy. I like him. And he's very, very gentle, if you know what I mean.
That reminds me of
The gentle giant. Yeah.
Mad.
No, I don't think I've ever seen him mad. All right, well, I better stop this recording now. Yeah.